What's up, guys? I'm going to do a quick unboxing and review of the new Samsung Galaxy S10. This is for the S10, not the Plus. I am coming from a Galaxy S7. I've had this phone for 3+ years, I think it is. I am a tech person. I fix computers. I work on phones. But I cannot justify spending $1,000 on a phone or even trading one in every year. So I have been on this S7 for 3+ years. So this is the S7. I am going to unbox the S10 right now. I went with the regular 10, not the Plus, because personally I don't like the larger phones. They don't work for me. And the S10, obviously, besides being more money, the added feature is basically just another front-facing selfie camera. So let's open this bad boy up. I'm with Verizon, so I did their trade-in thing. So I'm getting $200 for the S7 to trade that in. Let's see what we got here. So I already know how to back up and restore all my apps. I'm not going to go into any of that stuff. So here we go. There it is. I have honestly yet to see this working in person. I went to the Verizon store and they had some fake ones there that you can't even operate. I am going to go and charge this right now. This comes with the USB-C adapters, which are great because they're universal. You don't have to worry about which way you plug them in. So I am going to go and charge this real quick, and then we will be back with a charged phone. We're back. I have a fully charged S10 now. That is the phone next to my current S7 with the case off of it. It is slightly larger and about the same width. It's a hair thinner, I believe it is. So there we go. There's the difference in the back. Slightly larger. The USB charger that comes with it is your standard Samsung charger. The cord is very, very, very short. Very short cord. New headphones. I'll test these out later and write in the comments how these are. But I'm pretty standard. The last pair I got 3 years ago, I'm still using those. That's fine. I don't need super high-end Bluetooth headphones for the few times I use my headphones on an airplane. So these will, I'm sure, be much better than what I originally had. What else we got in here? Ooh, what's this? This looks very sexual. Okay, we have something in here. Is this like, this is real easy. There we go. Alright, what do we got here? This device includes a pre-installed screen protector if you remove it and want to use a different screen protector. Really? Interesting. There's a screen protector in there? Oh, yes, there is. I do read directions. I'm one of those guys, so I'm going to pause this and flip through these directions real quick, and we'll be back. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to go over all the stats and statistics on this phone. If you're already looking at this phone, then you're probably already aware of what it can do. What I am going to do is start this thing up and see the differences here. I've done the SIM card. I put my SD card in there. I'm turning this on for the first time. I am going to set this phone up. I'm going to get the things running, and then I'm going to come back with more of a review. The first thing I do notice when it's turned on is how odd it is to see this cutout here. You iPhone people might be used to that at the top, but that's a little weird. Seeing a little hole there with the screen. Cool though. Okay, something I just noticed right off the bat. There's no button. I'm so used to hitting this button to turn on my screen. There's no button. So that's going to take some time getting used to. Those of you coming from an S8, S9, you already know that. But again, S7, we're a little behind here. No button. I like the physical button, but we'll see how this goes. It has been 4 days since I've now had the new Galaxy S10. Again, this is a comparison to the S7 that I've had for 3+ years now. I'm happy. Should you buy one? Should you upgrade if you have the S7? Is it time? I'll tell you this, the new fingerprint technology on here is pretty cool. You no longer have to push the button. It's built in behind the screen. I was hoping the fingerprint would work anywhere on the screen, but you do have to put it, right here on the screen. So that was a little disappointing to see, but other than that, it works great. There's no problem. The facial recognition feature is also very good. Not that I'd probably use it very often because the lighting has to be right and all that, but if the lighting's good or whatever, the facial recognition works well. What I don't like so far, the power button's up here. On this phone, it was more in the middle. It really throws me off just turning on the phone to get it going. Also, another thing is this phone, the button is really hard to press. Again, it's new. The case is new. That has something to do with it. But I don't like the placement of this button here. That's kind of a bitch. Being way up here, it really should be down more in the middle. This has been on the previous models, but not ours, not the S7. The Bixby button. So you have a volume up and down, and there's a Bixby button. Bixby is pretty stupid, in my opinion. You already have Google built into the phone, so you have the Google Assistant already here. I don't see a point of making a Bixby dedicated button here. It's kind of annoying. It gets in the way. The phone itself is not that much bigger. You know, it's what, like a pinky, maybe? The screen is much larger because there is no wasted real estate on here. As you notice, the black bars here, this does not have it at all. So you do have, even though the phone is slightly larger, you do get a much, much, much larger screen. Another gripe I have with this, there is no LED notification light. You know, when you get a message or whatnot, you get something up in here. There is none on this phone. It does not have one. What it does have in place is the edge lighting. So around the phone, the edge of it lights up, which is what the previous edge models all had. Since all of the S10s all have the edge now, there is no edge model. They have the curved glass here, and when you get a message, it will light up. I don't have an example to show you now, but it will light up around the edge here. And you can obviously change the settings and the color and all of that. But again, it's kind of silly. When it's upside down, you can kind of see the lighting of the edge come over here, but it's just another feature that's kind of pointless. Also with the edge is that you can put quick apps into here should you need quick access to things. Again, cool, but totally unnecessary and overkill since I make folders and I know where all my stuff is anyway. It's just kind of another thing to have that's pointless. And a lot of times when you're trying to pull off the edge feature, see what happened there? It changed the page instead of actually pulling up this little sidebar. So again, it's cool to have, but it's nothing important. The screen that this comes with is basically 4K, I believe. But it doesn't come like that by default. You have to go into the settings and turn that on. I think they do that because obviously the higher resolution, you're going to use more battery. So if you're not sitting here watching 4K movies and super HD, you don't really need to have it on. I turned it on here to test. I will probably end up turning it back off. There's no need for it. I don't watch 4K movies on my phone. I have a TV for that. I am happy to report I've had this in the shower the last 4 days. It's been soaking wet, submerged, soap all over it. It is working fine, no issue. In fact, it works better as far as this goes. I don't know the long-term reliability as far as that goes because this was in the shower almost every single day for 3 years. But the screen works better with water droplets on it. I'm not having any issues with that whatsoever, so that's nice to have. Let's talk battery life. This is obviously a newer phone. I have replaced my battery in this once, and it was only a couple months ago. So I basically have a fresh S7 battery in here compared to a brand new the S10 battery. This has a much stronger battery. Obviously, it's newer. With all of that said, the battery life on here is significantly better. I used to be down to about 30% by midday, and now I'm at about 50, 60%. The wireless charging also seems to work a little better. This one was really picky about where you set it on your wireless charger if you use this. This seems to work a lot better. The cameras on here are phenomenal. I mean, we're approaching SLR territory now. I do a lot of photography work, and I have never seen a phone with cameras this clear, this stable. I am blown away by the cameras. Cameras are amazing, the best I have ever seen on any phone so far. The video is clear, crisp, unreal. I have tested the charging abilities. This phone is reverse chargeable, so you know you can charge your friends' phones, anybody that has a wireless charging device, phones, watches, whatnot. They do work. All you do is turn the feature on this phone, put this one to the back of it. That's it. It's charging. Done. Something I absolutely love, which is just a software feature on this phone, you can set timers for your programs, your apps, and it will only allow you an hour each day on Snapchat or Facebook, and then it kicks you off. Another feature which is incredible on this phone is the sound. I don't mean with the headphones. I mean the sound. I did turn on Dolby Atmos. There are two speakers on here, one up here and one down here, and the effect it gives you is almost a virtual surround sound. And coming from a little phone like this, I am blown away by the sound quality. That is very impressive. So to sum this up, the new fingerprint option, cool, not great. If you use that, much better than hitting the button, but I wish it was just anywhere on the screen. The camera is phenomenal. The power button is kind of too high for my liking, and it's just kind of a bitch to turn it on and off. You can double tap the screen if you turn that setting on. Not having a notification light, I can see this becoming a little bit of an issue. I do look at my phone from time to time, and if it's blinking, I know obviously I've got a message, and if it's not, now I don't really know. Having a much larger screen, I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal, but after having this for a couple days and now looking back at this seems so small. Bixby is stupid and garbage, and I see no point in it, and I turned it off. Reverse charging, cool technology. I'm just not sure how often it's going to be used. The cameras are phenomenal. That would be a huge selling point to upgrade. I have not noticed any glitches so far with any of my apps. I have crawled through every single setting on this phone over the last 4 days. I know this like the back of my hand now. If you guys have any questions about this phone or any settings, let me know. The final question, should you upgrade? If your S7 is working perfectly, screen's good, would I spend $900 or even $600 if you get a deal? I'm not sure I would. This phone is 10 times better in every single possible way, maybe with the exception of the button location, than the S7. But for $700, $900, I got this phone for $699. It retails for $899. I just don't know if it's worth that kind of cash if your S7 is working properly. Now, if your screen is already broken, if you're having issues with your apps lagging, if you're having battery issues, and then yes, I would consider updating. This phone is great. I have no regrets. I'm very happy I updated because I was having issues with lagging on my apps. I needed to upgrade. I'm very happy with this phone, but it is not groundbreaking in any way where I am doing things I could not do originally with this phone. But is it $900 nice? I don't think so. So if your F7's working perfectly and you're happy with it, keep it. If the screen's broken, your battery sucks, and you can't run apps, upgrade. You won't be disappointed. You'll be very happy. Samsung Galaxy S10 for the win. I would give this from a 1 to a 10. I'm going to give this phone a 9 out of 10. It is an amazing phone. It's just really damn expensive if you are on a budget. It hurts the wallet. But in 2019, we all need a damn phone, and this phone will do everything and much, much more than you'll ever need it to.